Good morning, everybody. I want to show you a new little adventure that I'm doing. So I'm out here on Sunday morning and I have started to sell flowers, and it's a huge deal because I've always wanted to do it, and it's one of those things, in life where you've always thought, maybe someday I'll do that thing. It's like bucket list, those sorts of things, but you never ever get around to doing them. And I'm just walking in the barn here to get my supplies. I finally decided I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And so I just started selling flowers last weekend. And I put them out on the roadside, and it actually went pretty well. This is a special moment in my growth as a gardener. And as a person, very small scale. It is nothing big or fancy, but to me, it is a dazzling new thing that I'm doing. I was just scared. I'm like, well, I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want to make a bouquet and then have someone not buy it. I don't, it's just kind of scary because these are things I grow, most of them from seed, and it's a part of me and put myself out there a little bit. And I'm just really proud that I ripped off the Band-Aid and I did it. So last weekend, a week ago, was my first weekend doing this, and I put out just a small amount. I think I had about 10 bouquets on the roadside. We're lucky enough, we've got some traffic on our road. So people did, to my surprise, people bought. I could not believe it. They bought bouquets, and after the first person bought one, I was really, really over the moon. I just thought, this is kind of amazing. Like, somebody actually thought enough of them to want to enjoy them, want to pay for them. And so for me, it's about sharing the beauty, sharing the joy that comes from growing plants, and having someone else be able to enjoy something that I grew. And it's not just us enjoying it and just putting that out into the world more. So it was just one of those really uplifting moments for me. And so now I'm really excited to do it more. So I did it for 2 days this last week. And then this weekend I did it for Saturday. And now today, here's Sunday, I'm coming out in the morning and I'm kind of replenishing my stock. I sold, excuse me, again, I'm really small scale here. These are not big numbers at all. I sold 5 bouquets yesterday. I am learning about what people like and don't like. It is definitely a learning curve on all sorts of levels. How do you cut the flowers? How do you care for them once you've harvested them? There's a whole science and art to doing this. I mean, there are people that are really amazing flower farmers in the world that supply florists and farmers markets and all sorts of stuff. So I am just diving in because I find it fascinating. And I just want to use it as a way to learn, spread joy, see where the path takes me. It's a lovely challenge. It's also, I think, one of the most amazing parts is it's another new way for me to spend time in the garden with the plants. And I get really up close and personal. It gives me a motivation and a reason to get close to the blooms, to get close to the leaves, understand how they're growing, if there are issues, and just to enjoy their beauty because they are absolutely wonderful. We took the time to grow the plants, and so why not just extract the maximum joy out of that, like squeezing every last drop out of a lemon to make the lemonade. And this is not going to be one of those garden tip videos, but I want to show you what I'm doing, what I'm learning, because I'm not the expert. I'm the student. I am absolutely the student, and if you are somebody who's into this or does flower farm or grow flowers or have a business or do roadside or anything, if you want to give me advice, you want to give me pointers, things I should be looking at, I am all ears. Like, please comment. Please, let me know if you have thoughts or ideas. Other than that, I'm just sharing my journey because it is just so fun. I'll take you with me this morning as I take the tractor and I'm going to replenish my stock for the day. I think I actually don't know math. I might have like 7 bouquets from yesterday. They're still fresh, still good. I just made them yesterday. So I feel really good about putting them out. But I'm noticing things that people don't like and what I could like recombine, or if I have anything that's wilting, I can take out. So just adjusting my bouquet mix. And then I want to put them out on the roadside here this morning. This is funny. On the brush cutter on the back of the tractor, I actually store some light items because I'm running out of space on the front where I've got the pallet of flowers. And, you know, the 3-point hitch can carry a lot of weight, so it's kind of funny. I put my supplies in here, including our honor system box for out on this roadside. I also have been picking so many pumpkins. We've got a handful out there that are looking really great. More than a handful. I mean, we've got, I don't know, I think we put out like 15 or 20 of them yesterday. So I'm going to replenish that and put them out with the flowers. It's just another reason for people to stop. And it's really cute and it adds a pop of color. Well, and here is my set of flowers and bouquets that I have in progress. So I've got a whole bunch of materials that I harvested yesterday. So I harvested phlox out of the gardens, these mums, some peony branches for foliage. I also harvested like 3 buckets worth of stuff. These are really gorgeous hydrangeas that are very fragrant right now. Some endless summer hydrangeas, a whole bunch of zinnias, some honeysuckle for some interest, just a couple cosmos. And then this bucket is full of a lot of the same stuff. I also grabbed Russian sage for the first time yesterday, some penstemon, just trying out different things that I already have to see how do they fare, how do they work in the bouquets, is it something I want to be doing? And it's really fun. I mean, look what a beautiful haul these 3 buckets are. I'm noticing people are not liking the almost dried looking hydrangeas here. They've got like some golden brown, which I suppose to some people could look dead. So it's not great. And then they've got some lime to pink on them. And I thought, you know, it's a cool fall palette. I'm mixing it in with some cool fall, you know, other fall color sorts of things. And nope, nobody wants dead looking hydrangeas. Making fun of them. And I'm probably going to pull them out of the arrangements. What I might do to just further learn and test, I might just take them out of the arrangements, combine them as one, so like a real big, massive bunch. So it kind of is an impact bouquet that stands out on its own, and see if anybody bites. Like there might be somebody that's like, oh, that's really pretty, I want that. If I make it like have a lot of pow impact. Tried some little smaller compact arrangements like this one. And it's because I have little tiny short dahlias. Aren't they pretty? Coming in. I don't have a lot of dahlia blooms. This has been a terrible season for dahlias. But I put some together and I thought, well, that's cute. But I think either people aren't seeing it because it's so small and I don't have it on a high enough, obvious enough display, or they're just like, you know what? If I'm going to come here roadside, I'm going to grab a big bouquet and not a little one. Shit. I forgot the tractor key. Do any of you do this? I do this all the time. I get everything I need to do a project, or so I think, and then I forget one thing that I really need. So I'm like out here and I've got everything ready to go, got the tractor all set up, and I'm like, okay, let's go. I don't have the key. We getting our steps in, huh? Because mommy forgot the key? Let's go. Come on. Let's go, babe. Here we go. Back and forth to the barn, back and forth. Good morning, Pasture Garden. You can see how crazy this garden has filled in. It is amazing. We love it. So this is my little cutting table. And this morning, I'm gonna take this path here. Oop, basil fell over. I'm going to take a look at what I can cut here. A lot of the zinnias are spent. There's some that are good, but a lot of them are spent, and I cut back a bunch. So we'll see. Oh, look at this. Looks like I've got some new fresh blooms coming. So that's cool. Like, if I have time and if I want to, say in like a week or, you know, at some point next weekend, I might be able to harvest a new batch out here. The main thing I'm going to be doing today is harvesting what I can of the sunflower patch. And I've got a bunch down there that are starting to bloom too, of these gorgeous ornamental sunflowers, and put them in bouquets because I'm noticing people really, really love them. They have great stopping power on the roadside. People break for sunflowers, I found out. And I really love taking an open one and then pairing it with one that's about to open like this, and having that fun mix of different stages in the bouquet, and that way they have something to look forward to. Like this one will probably be ready in a couple days, where you can see the petals like this one are about to open. So great about these plants is they put off multiple blooms, and then I can see like this one down here, it's got a little tiny one coming. So there's all sorts of neat little bonus surprises going on. And I've grown these for a couple years now, but looking at it from the new, you know, lens of being someone selling flowers, I'm definitely going to grow more because they just are so wonderful. They're resilient, they produce a lot, and people love them. Oh, he's asleep. Sleeping in a marigold. There's another one sleeping upside down. I'm putting some calendula in bouquets, and if I get them like at this stage right before they're open, they really seem to do well. You can see a good example in this bouquet. I love this. So it's got the sunflower, the one that's going to open, and then all that calendula just started opening up this morning. Isn't that beautiful? Ugh, such a cute little sweet bouquet. And so I've pulled all of these hydrangeas out of one arrangement, and I'm going to pull them out of this arrangement next. Gorgeous, really like white lavendery set of phlox, and they looked really good, and I kind of banged them out so that there's nothing loose, and there's some really beautiful buds coming. And I also am experimenting with honeysuckle, which has these beautiful orange blooms. There's new ones coming. I've tried these in vases before. They do really well. They hold up. They have a good vase life, and I think they're kind of like a eucalyptus. If you look at that leaf shape, they're kind of like an interesting, unique foliage opportunity, and they add some interesting different color. Like in this arrangement, it's adding like some different limey or Kelly green kind of color and some different contrast to the arrangement. Plus we've got the sunflower too. So I'm loving that pop of orange from the honeysuckle here. And I just realized these Queen Anne lime orange zinnias that are looking so perfect and wonderful in the garden, they will be a great match with that. Look at that color combination. Isn't that wonderful? So my strategy today is to gather up sunflowers, as many as I can of these, and group them with all the other types of flowers that I have gathered up and harvested, and then make mixed bouquets with all of them. Because I know the sunflowers sell, people really love them. Who wouldn't? I love them. I think they're just wonderful. They make me happy. They're so seasonal. I'm going to just simply pair them up. So, for example, you got this one and then one that's about to open. Put them together. Grab some beautiful basil foliage. Put in some gorgeous zinnias. All right, I just took a detour. This is one of the things I love about the creative process, because I thought I was going to put sunflowers in a rearrangement, but look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? I just started playing around with all the different things I harvested in the garden yesterday. And I didn't go, because I need to go and harvest a bunch of the sunflowers in order to work with them, and I was being lazy. So I grabbed my one scabosia. This is my very first scabosia plant ever. They're supposed to be a great cut flower, and this is my first one that I can harvest and put in a bouquet. It's so pretty. And then I started building on that, and I was like, well, what about putting it with the honeysuckle? Oh, wouldn't that look good with these snapdragons? Wouldn't that look good with this dahlia? How about I add in the cosmos? And I've got some that haven't opened yet. What a cool thing to add. And then what about the white hydrangeas that smell so good? And suddenly, look at this arrangement. I think this is complete. I think it's gorgeous for a sweet little arrangement. And look at, there's another dahlia on the way too. Yay, so much fun. You just never know where the creative process is going to take you. That's what I love about it. You just kind of go on an adventure. You have a general idea of where you're going to go, but you don't know where you're going to end up, and that's the fun part. So the garden has just grown crazy, and I can't get through the mass of cosmos that I have on the one side, so I can't even get through the flowers a row over to get to the other sunflowers that are blooming. So I have to go through this path like a maze. Oh, look at this one. This one's gonna bloom soon. Yay! Thanks, buddy. And down another path in between the giant sunflowers to get to them. And these are crazy weeds that got out of control. Gonna have a different plan next year. Look at this mammoth sunflower. So I'm going down this path underneath the lamb's quarter weeds and the crazy sunflowers to get to these other. Oh, aren't they pretty? Oh, yep. See, there's some nice ones in here. Jeez Louise. Well, everything grew, even though it was a crazy summer. Oh, look how gorgeous they are. I'm definitely gonna harvest these ones for bouquets. That's where I just came through. Isn't that nuts? Look how nuts this is. But look at how many I got. Isn't that crazy? There's a good amount of them. Seriously not expecting this many sunflowers. We have so many flowers. So this is going to be fun because now I've got it all harvested and I can just whip together bouquets really fast and have fun doing it. Here are some of the bouquets that I ended up putting out. Aren't they cute? Oh, he's sleeping in there.